I've seen the kind of disappointment that rolls in when you buy a cheap, plug-in electric fireplace that looks great in the catalog but ends up sputtering, smelling like burnt plastic, or just failing to warm the room at all. The regret is real, especially when you're trying to replace a drafty wall, and you end up with a piece of decor that does nothing but gather dust. That's why I wanted to see if the Touchstone Sideline Infinity Pro actually lives up to the hype or if it's just another pricey gimmick. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, this isn't a tabletop unit you slip onto a mantle. We're talking about a 72-inch three-sided built-in model that replaces an entire wall panel. That alone tells you the installation is a bigger commitment, but it also means you get a full-width view of the flames from 3 angles, which changes the whole ambience of a living room, home office, or even a large bedroom. When you walk into a space where the fireplace is the centerpiece, you notice the depth of the flame effect. It's not just a flat LED strip. Touchstone built in 6 realistic flame colors and a 13-color downlighting system that you can program through Wi-Fi. The result feels more like a real hearth than the flat flicker you get from cheaper units. The smart side is where the Infinity Pro tries to differentiate itself. Through the Touchstone app, you can set schedules, adjust flame colors, and toggle the crackle sound that mimics wood burning. It also talks to Alexa, so you can say, "Alexa, set the fireplace to a warm amber glow," and the unit complies. For anyone who already has a smart home hub, that integration is a genuine convenience. No need to get up and twist a knob in the middle of a movie. If you're the type who enjoys the ritual of adjusting the flame manually, the app might feel like an extra layer, but it's optional, not mandatory. Now let's talk heat. The unit houses a 500-watt heater that can be dialed down to 750 watts, and it includes a built-in thermostat. In practical terms, that means you can set the room to 70 degrees and let the fireplace maintain it without constantly running at full blast. In my own testing, the heat output was enough to noticeably warm a 250-square-foot living area within 20-30 minutes, even on a chilly evening. The thermostat held the temperature steady, so the heater didn't cycle on and off like some cheaper models that overheat then shut down. That energy efficiency is a real win if you're looking to replace a space heater or add supplemental heat without cranking up your central system. What about the downsides? The biggest hurdle is the installation. Because it's a built-in, you need to cut a 72-inch opening in the wall, run a power line, and make sure your HVAC system can accommodate the extra heat source. The product description stresses, measure twice, buy once. And that's not just marketing fluff. If you're renting or you're not comfortable with DIY remodels, you'll need a professional, which adds $300, $500 to the overall cost. That's a hidden trade-off that cheap freestanding fireplaces simply don't have. Also, the unit's weight is noticeable. The frame is solid, but it means the wall needs to be structurally sound. A weak stud wall could become a problem down the line. Another practical point is the sound. The built-in crackle effect is pretty realistic, but it's optional and can be toggled off. Some users love that subtle pop, while others find it distracting during a quiet night of reading. The good news is the sound level is adjustable, and you can set it to a low background hiss or mute it entirely. The flame colors, while numerous, can appear a bit too bright if you're aiming for a soft, candlelight vibe. You'll need to spend a minute in the app to dial it down to a mellow amber. But once you find your sweet spot, it's very effective. Who should buy this? If you're renovating a main living space, have the budget for professional installation, and already use a smart home ecosystem, the Infinity Pro gives you a premium look, genuine heat, and a level of customization you won't find in a $150 plug-in unit. It's also a solid choice for people who entertain frequently think dinner parties where the fireplace becomes a conversation piece. The three-sided design means guests can see the flames from any angle, adding a cozy, upscale feel without having to rearrange seating. Who should skip it? If you're a renter, live in a small studio, or simply want a portable heating solution, this is overkill. The upfront cost, installation effort, and need for a dedicated wall opening make it impractical for temporary setups. Likewise, if you're not comfortable with Wi-Fi-Enabled devices or you don't plan on using the app, you're paying for features you'll never touch. In those cases, a traditional freestanding electric fireplace or a simple space heater will meet the need with far less hassle. Overall,